Okay. I just got off the phone with my mom, and she's like, "You're making all these videos about stuff that I don't care about." She wants to know how to lose weight post-menopause or during menopause. So real quick, let's just define menopause, because I think we've like kind of got a weird understanding of menopause, and a lot of people think that they're going through menopause. Menopause doesn't officially begin until a woman hasn't had her period for 12 months, right? So that's the first important thing to know. Second, whenever you are losing or getting older, losing weight becomes more difficult just because your metabolism is slowing down. Obviously, big hormonal changes, like a woman's body goes through a lot of hormonal changes all the time. Not just puberty, but also every time you get your period. Different stress levels, estrogen levels are affected by stress. And thyroid conditions, like women are more likely, I believe, it's not a ton, but a little bit more likely to have a thyroid disorder than men. And it's more commonly studied in men versus women, which is, well, I guess that's another topic, isn't it? But I think that women's health and women's studies and hormonal studies in women are not studied enough, and it's an under-researched topic, and that's not only disappointing because we're the ones who produce children and keep the species like growing and alive, but also because there's just so many unanswered questions in the world, and the things that work for men don't always work for women, and people don't talk about that enough. So simply put, in order to lose weight, you got to be in a calorie deficit. People post-menopause tend to, and women in general, tend to over-deficit themselves. We're talking about a 1,200 calorie diet. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this. 1,200 calories is literally enough for a toddler, y'all. BMR, basal metabolic rate, that's how many calories you need to be alive. Calculate that. Go on the BMR calculator website. Calculate it for yourself. See if your body really can survive off 1,200 calories. We're talking about survivable calories, not maintenance. That doesn't include exercise. That's how many calories you burn being alive if you were bedridden. So first things first, cut the shit. Don't eat 1,200 calories a day. The minimum someone should really be eating is like 1,400 to 1,500. I personally eat like 1,850 to 2,000 a day. Yesterday I had like 2,100 calories. And I'm pretty active on my feet like all day long, especially when I double at the gym, or do a double workout or both. Active calories, I'm usually over 1,000. Total calories on the day, I'm usually over 2,000, sometimes upwards of 3. So how do you lose weight post-menopause? 1, consult a doctor. You should absolutely consult a doctor. 2, you should definitely get your blood checked and get your thyroid checked. Check your testosterone levels, check your estrogen levels, see where you're at. And 3, be in a calorie deficit, not a huge calorie deficit. Try to see if if there is a specialist in women's hormonal health, or talk to your OBGYN, talk to women in fitness that have either been through it or had a lot of experience with this. And I really do think that you need to be aware that your body is changing, and you need to kind of accept that. But also think about a lot of people going through menopause have difficulty with bloating and difficulty sleeping. Adequate sleep affects your weight and your body fat. Muscle mass loss is huge with menopause, so you need to be resistance training. People tell me all the time, oh, I'm walking every single day, or I go and I run 3 days a week, or I do HIIT 3 days a week. If you're over 50, you shouldn't be doing HIIT over 3 days a week anyways. Like, HIIT workouts, traditionally speaking, have a ton of impact on your body, especially on your joints. And I'm sure your joints aren't feeling great if you've been doing a ton of HIIT workouts for the past few years. If you're over 50, HIIT should not be your number one priority. That should be 1 day a week, maybe 2. Resistance training should be your priority. Training your body, training your muscle mass. More lean muscle you have, the better your metabolism, the stronger you are. You're also like reducing your risk of osteoporosis, among other things. So one, adequate sleep. Women with menopause tend to get less sleep. You need to get quality sleep. I don't care if you're taking little weed gummies to make yourself go to sleep. Good for you. CBD oil, fucking melatonin, whatever you need. And some people even need to go to like a cognitive behavioral therapy to learn like proper sleep, and to get themselves in proper habits. Whatever it takes, you need to be getting those 7, 8, 9 hours a night. Might be more for you. I don't know. Better sleep. Calorie deficit. We're not talking about 1,200 calories a day. We're talking about whatever your maintenance calories are minus 250, right? And we're also talking about strength training, resistance training. If you're running every day or doing HIIT workouts or high intensity cardio every day, you are doing more harm than good. So making sure that your gut health is in check, because that can also affect you a lot, especially in women going through a different phase of life, pregnancy, menopause, puberty, or depression, anxiety. And let's talk about those hormonal effects and changes. And I forget who asked about it, but like diet culture. Wow. Diet culture doesn't take into consideration any real aspects of life, like stress, anxiety, depression, being a parent, being, like a human, right? You need to be realistic about the goals you're setting for yourself as well. If you're thinking you're going to lose 3 pounds a week, you got to cut that shit right now. That is not the way. We're talking half a pound to 1 pound a week. It needs to be sustainable. So make sure you're taking care of your bodies, making sure you're nourishing your body with the right foods. Take a friggin' sensitivity test, see what foods you're sensitive to. You might be gluten intolerant, soy intolerant, I don't know. But do the things that are going to help your body. It is not just about running yourself to the fucking ground and eating no food and being hungry all the time, being miserable. Hormonal changes like menopause, everyone's like, oh, you are going through menopause, like you're so bitchy. Well, yeah, because I'm fucking also starving myself at the same time, and my body's going through all these changes, and I feel like shit all the time. My digestion's bad and my sleep is bad. So yeah, I'm going to be an asshole. So try to be less of an asshole and take care of your body. That's just me making a joke, but probiotic, make sure you're taking something like that, making sure you're getting in your vitamins. You should log your food sometimes, like even if you don't log every day, every couple of weeks, take a look at what you're eating, making sure you're getting in the proper nutrients, more protein, y'all. And anybody that tells you that dairy helps with metabolism, or dairy helps with menopause is a liar. And that's all I got.